This movie tries to mess with your mind, but does it actually succeed? Today, we're diving into the 2024 psychological thriller Hidden Face. And don't worry, this review is completely spoiler-free. So grab your popcorn and let's find out if this one is worth your time. At first glance, Hidden Face seems to be treading familiar ground. You've got secrets, you've got lies, you've got characters who are clearly not telling each other the whole truth. It sets up a scenario that feels almost comfortable if you're a fan of the genre. But then, bit by bit, the movie starts to peel back its layers, and you realize it's shifting into something much darker and more unsettling than you initially expected. That slow descent is where the real hook of this film lies. So what is Hidden Face all about? At its core, it's a deep dive into obsession, secrets, and the fragile nature of identity. The story revolves around a group of characters whose carefully constructed lives begin to unravel when their hidden emotions and suppressed desires start bubbling to the surface. As these inner demons come out to play, their relationships are pushed to the breaking point, leading to a chain of unexpected and often dangerous consequences. It has less about a single shocking event and more about the psychological train wreck that happens when people can no longer hide who they really are. The film wants you to question everything you see and constantly wonder what is real and what is just a projection of the characters' twisted minds. Let's talk about the acting and the characters, because this is one of the stronger aspects of the film. The lead actor, in particular, delivers a really intense and compelling performance. You can feel the character's internal struggle in every scene, especially during the emotionally heavy moments where the mask finally slips. He manages to convey a sense of desperation and instability that feels incredibly authentic. It's the kind of performance that keeps you glued to the screen, even when the story itself might lag a little. However, the same can be said for all the characters. Some of the supporting roles feel underdeveloped. They're there to serve the plot, but they don't get enough screen time or background to feel like fully fleshed out people. This makes their motivations feel rushed at times, and you're left wishing the script had given them a bit more depth to work with. It's a bit of a missed opportunity, because with stronger supporting characters, the central conflict could have hit even harder. Now, let's get into the story and direction. Hidden Face is a slow-burn thriller through and through. The director is clearly more interested in building a pervasive sense of dread and tension than in delivering a constant barrage of jump scares or plot twists. The story unfolds gradually, letting the unease creep up on you. This approach works really well in certain parts of the film, creating a palpable atmosphere of paranoia and suspicion. You feel like you're trapped in the same claustrophobic world as the characters. However, this deliberate pacing might not be for everyone. For some viewers, especially those used to faster-paced thrillers, the story might feel a bit stretched out or even sluggish in the middle. There are moments where you might find yourself waiting for something big to happen, and the movie takes its sweet time getting there. It's a stylistic choice that's effective for atmosphere, but can definitely test your patience. Visually, this movie is a treat for fans of dark, atmospheric cinema. The cinematography plays a huge role in creating the film's unsettling tone. The director and cinematographer use a lot of shadows and dim lighting to make every location feel slightly sinister and claustrophobic. You rarely see bright open spaces. Instead, the characters are often framed in tight, close-up shots, which enhances the feeling that we are intruding on their private, troubled thoughts. This visual style really puts you inside the characters' heads. The background score complements this perfectly. It's not an overpowering soundtrack but a subtle, unnerving hum that constantly lingers in the background, maintaining a sense of unease even when nothing dramatic is happening on screen. The combination of the visuals and the music works together to keep you on edge from start to finish. So what really works in Hidden Face? The biggest strength is undeniably its psychological tension and mood. The film excels at making you question the characters and their true intentions. It has a movie that gets under your skin and makes you feel a part of the paranoia. You're constantly trying to piece together the puzzle, guessing who's manipulating whom. and the film does a great job of keeping you guessing for a good portion of its runtime. The atmosphere is thick and immersive, and if you're someone who enjoys being psychologically toyed with, this film definitely delivers on that front. It's more of a mental exercise than a visceral thrill ride, and in that regard, it succeeds. That said, the movie is not without its flaws. The biggest issue is the uneven pacing. While the slow burn approach is effective for building atmosphere, it also leads to moments where the narrative drags. The middle section, in particular, could have been tightened up to maintain momentum. Certain plot points also could have been handled with more clarity. There are a few moments that feel a bit convoluted or require you to make logical leaps that the script doesn't fully support. And if you're a seasoned fan of psychological thrillers, you might find some of the reveals a bit predictable. The film uses a lot of familiar tropes from the genre, and while it executes them competently, it doesn't bring a lot of new ideas to the table. It walks a well-trodden path, and for some it might feel a little too familiar. So what's my final verdict? Overall, Hidden Face is a decent and well-crafted psychological thriller with a strong, immersive atmosphere but some imperfect execution. It doesn't reinvent the genre or offer anything groundbreaking, but it does deliver enough suspense and psychological tension to stay engaging for most of its runtime. It adds a solid entry into the genre that knows what it wants to be and mostly achieves it. It adds the kind of movie you watch on a rainy night when you're in the mood for something dark and contemplative. For its strong performances and moody atmosphere, but taking into account its pacing issues and predictability, I give Hidden Face a 6.8 out of 10. Now for the big question, should you watch it? If you enjoy slow-burn psychological thrillers and character-driven stories where the atmosphere is just as important as the plot, then I think this movie is definitely worth a watch. It has for viewers who appreciate a film that takes its time to build suspense and lets the dread seep in slowly. However, if you're looking for a fast-paced thriller with constant twists, turns, and action, this one might not fully satisfy you. So that's my honest, spoiler-free review of Hidden Face. But now I want to hear from you. Did you watch the movie? Did it surprise you, or did it disappoint you? And if you enjoyed this review and want more honest takes on the latest films, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.